Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Paul's Workshop. It's been a while since we've done a video. It was a busy summer. And speaking of summer, we visited this hamfest this weekend in Fairlawn, the Fairlawn Amateur Radio Club. And this was a hamfest that was supposed to happen back in June, but it got rained out and the rain date was pushed to September. Now, the good thing about like an end of the season, and I kind of feel like this is the end of the hamfest season. End of the season means good deals, I think, at least. And there were a lot of good deals on the tables. Not a lot of tables. It was a small show, but everybody was in the mood to sell and move. And we picked up a couple of good deals there. And then afterwards, we ran over to our favorite Meadowlands flea market, where I picked up a really good deal on a tool. And I want to start off by showing you that right now. So the Meadowlands flea market, always a good place to visit on a nice day. You're going to find good deals. You're going to find not so good deals. You'll find brand new merch. You'll find old stuff, junk. Kind of runs the gamut. In my opinion, the last 2 to 3 aisles are the best at that flea market because that's where you find a lot of the older stuff, the tools. That's where you get the deals. And we were walking through the last, of course, it was probably the furthest spot from the car. And we saw this universal wet dry Delta grinder sitting on the ground. The guy wanted $40 for it. I actually walked away and I got about, I don't know, 10, 15 steps away, and I stopped and I turned around and I thought to myself, man, that really is not a bad deal for what this is. Even though we have 2 bench grinders here in the shop, I don't have one like this. This one is particularly special because it has that slow speed wet grinding wheel for finishing knives or blades or something like that. So this only turns, I think, between 70 and 100 RPMs. So you get a good finish on your knife. You can get the bevel edge or whatnot on it. Now, it does need to be dressed. It looks like it's, we get in there a little closer, you can see. It does need to be dressed. It's a little cupping here. And I see some marks, but there's no cracks. And if you go online, these wheels, I don't even think you can get them. From what I've read, they're almost impossible to obtain. I think there's something that you might be able to adapt. I'd have to do more research on it, but you don't see these too often. And if you try to get one of these on eBay, one of these grinders, they go for pretty big bucks. So we're going to clean this up, not today, but we are going to clean this up. I know we have to service the gearbox. That's part of the regular service. So it all needs to be cleaned. I got to get a couple of dressers, grinding wheel dressers. And I want to get this thing ready to sharpen the lawnmower blades here at the end of the season when we tune up our mower. So looks to be almost all complete. The only thing missing is the miter gauge that goes in the top. So I thought that was a really, really awesome pickup. The person who had it before did add this pipe to make it easier to drain rather than just using the drain plug. But I could probably take this out and put the drain plug back in. So there's that find. Now, as I mentioned before, there were deals to be had at the Hamfest. And this is radio number 1 in the lot of 2. And you can see it's a little rough. It needs a cleaning. Somebody, I didn't realize until I got home and looked at this, but somebody has hacked in and added this super band spread modification. I have to figure out what that is. There is an emblem that went over where that knob goes in. So I think they removed the emblem and put the knob in. So they didn't really hack up the cabinet too much. But the Hallicrafters S85, so not too much different than my S40, I think, that I bought, funnily enough, about 30 years ago at the Meadowlands flea market for $5, which I still have. But so we're gonna get into this. We're gonna look at this one of these days. I couldn't really. I was looking. There was a whole table full of this old Hollow State boat anchors, and he had this one. He had one, which the next one I'll show you, was $20. Or 2 for $25. So he said, if you buy the 1, it's 20, but if you buy the 2, that's a 2 for $25 deal, right? You almost can't go wrong with these. It's complete. All the tubes are in there. For the most part, it seems to be in workable condition. So I picked this up, and let me show you its counterpart that I picked up. Okay, second here on the list. This was the one I was really looking at here. This is the S20R, the Sky Champion Hallicrafters Radio. This is pre-war, from what I understand, pre-World War II. And it's really neat because it has these I guess this is aluminum, these two decorative side plates here, which polish up very, very nicely. Overall, this radio is in a pretty good condition cosmetically. Do kind of an overall, this will clean up these, little scratches and scuffs will come out. This will clean up pretty nice. It came with this operating manual, and you see it's going to need a cleaning, of course, they all do. So it's dusty, but it looks complete. Somebody did cut in, unfortunately, and add this meter here. Not sure if this is like a magic tuning eye type of meter or what the intention was with this, but I'll probably end up leaving that on, because what are you going to do with this unless you could patch it and bondo it and all that. But thanks for watching. I hope you liked seeing those couple little items we picked up. We are going to be cleaning up that bench grinder at a later date as we're getting ready to tune up the mowers for the fall to put them away. So I usually sharpen the blades on them and clean them up. So we'll get the dressing wheel, we'll clean that machine up, get it ready to go. And as far as the two Hallicrafters, I'm going to start probably with the S20 and jump into that. So if you're interested in seeing that, hopefully you come back and take a look. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.